What's going on, YouTube? Slimmer6 back with another video. And no, your eyes are not playing tricks on you. What you're looking at right now is two vintage, clean, pristine copies of Pokemon Heartgold and Soulsilver. And you wouldn't believe what I paid. I paid $60 total for both of these, 60. And you know why I paid $60? Because I was frustrated, gang. That's right, I was frustrated. I took the easy way out. I was trying to just get a legitimate, authentic, real copy of Pokemon Heartgold. You feel me? I was just trying to get a real copy of Heartgold, family. And you're trying to get a copy of Heartgold, right? Just to get the cartridge. Just to get the cartridge, gang. The cartridge. No box. No art. These people want $180 for a beat up, banged up cartridge of Heartgold. There was a dude like an hour north. He had Soulsilver in the box. I'm trying to take the drive up there to go get it. Dude's not responding to the messages. He's acting funny, gang. He's acting funny. I want to go get the game, but I can't get the game if you don't respond, so I could go drive to meet you. So he's not responding. The other dude, all he has is the cartridge. He wants $180 just for the cartridge. No box, no art. Just a cartridge, just a little computer chip. That's all. Like, he wants $180. These games retailed, mind you guys, for I believe $39.99. I remember the day that I got it. I had it day one with the PokeWalker. I got it from Walmart. I remember it's 2010. Here we are 15 years in the future, and people are charging 500% on these games right here. Pokemon Heartgold and Soulsilver. So eventually, I'm scrolling through OfferUp, and I see a listing for Heartgold and Soulsilver, both from the same seller, and he's like $20 for the cartridge. And then he has a separate listing just for the box art with the manuals, and he's like $20 for the box with the manuals. So I'm like, how much would you sell all of that for? He was like $80. So I'm like, you can get Heartgold and Soulsilver with the box for $80. Now, if you look at this do look a little bit dull. I don't have a real Heartgold to like compare it to show you, but it do look a little crazy, gang. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I'm gonna keep it a stack. And this silver right here, it do look a little bit dull. Now, maybe if I turn a light on, let me turn the light on and just see if it can look a little bit brighter. Let's get some external lighting going on. Is that better? Is that better? Like, I've seen other videos of comparisons, but nah, this ain't it, gang. Like, this ain't it, right? You feel me? Like, this don't even look like gold. This is like heart brown, and this is like soul gray. You feel me? But nonetheless, we agreed on $80 for me to drive down there and meet up with him. It was like an hour-long drive. I get there, I meet dude. I'm like, yo, just let me test it out. So I put the cartridge in the back of this one. I brought this one with me, the OG. I put the cartridge in the OG, and there's no game save. So off rip, it's kind of like a red flag. And I kind of just like start a new game right there. And I just hand him the cash because I don't want to waste any more time. But off rip, like pulling the cartridge out of the box, it was mad difficult. It was mad difficult. And if you look at the cartridge, it just doesn't look great. Like, it looks fine, but you can see that minor imperfection at the bottom. I don't know if y'all could see that. Maybe you can't see it on camera. Maybe you can't see it on camera. And then also this number in the back is supposed to match the number on the front. So NTR IPGE USA. On the back, it's supposed to match, right? It's supposed to match, but it doesn't. It say NTR 005. I believe it's supposed to be the same number on the back for a real copy of Soulsilver. Mind you, anybody that has a real copy of these games, they gonna hit you over the head. I'm talking about 180, 200, 300 for these games. I got both these games for 60. Key difference is you can't probably see it on camera, but this is supposed to be glossy. This is like newspaper material. So yeah, they included the manual, but this is all like newspaper material. It's very flat, very flat. It's not, it's a nice book though. Like for nostalgia's sake, they did a good job including all this. And yeah, the game works. The game works, y'all. Like the game works. And this is cool. Like you can't really complain. You paid $20. I paid $30 each, including the box, so $60. But I paid $30 each. And you can't really complain. So going to put the game inside of my system, you can see there's a little bit of resistance. Look, let's try to put one of these games in. Look how smooth. All right, versus this. Like I gotta put and apply real force. You know what I'm saying? But eventually, not eventually, like I'm exaggerating. Let me just start over. All right, so let's just put the game in. And we can put the game into 3ds XL, and I just want to show y'all about the game. So, boom, we're gonna load it up. It loads up, no problem. Now, I'm not gonna lie, when you're inserting the cartridges, it does feel a little bit not OEM. It do feel a little bit not quite the fit, or not quite how it's supposed to go. I'm not gonna lie, but if it works, it works. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. We're gonna load it up. Off rip, I don't like how the screen flashes white when you load up the game at first. I don't like that. It's very discouraging stuff. But let's just continue. And that's just, you know, little things like that could bother you. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what happens. That's kind of what you it is what it is, you guys. It is. You can't have everything. You can't win them all. But the game plays beautifully. The game operates beautifully. I'm gonna just show y'all some things. I'm gonna just show you some stuff. It's cool. I'm not tripping. So boom. It's beautiful. Lugia Soulsilver version. And on my 3DS, or on this 3DS right here, the OG, I have the modification to make Nintendo DS games play in the widescreen aspect ratio. Yeah, I'm gonna show y'all. But look, I'm in New Barktown, right? Here's my Aqua 2 summary. Cool, so that's my game, right? B, cancel. Let's save our game. Let's just save our game, you guys. And when I bought the game, I asked him, I was like, does it save the game? Do save files work? He said, yeah. All right, cool. That's not even my issue. When you purchase the repackaged, or I believe they call them when you purchase these reproduction copies or reproduced copies, when you purchase these fake copies, right, you're giving up the ability to use the PokeWalker. You should be able to trade and play with other games locally, right? But here's my thing. If you watched my last video, you know that I like to use PK Hex whenever playing Pokemon game, because I might want to go in and I might want to change some things around. I might want to give myself a certain Pokemon or give myself certain items. And since I have a modded system, I have PKSM right here. So I can just go to PKSM, pull it up, right? I can just go to PKSM and jump into my Soulsilver game save. So off rip is showing me my games Pokemon X and my Pokemon Crystal game save. If you hit Y, you could add one of these from like Heartgold, Platinum, Black and White 2, Black 2, right? Go ahead and hit Soulsilver. I got 2 Soulsilver saves right here. It's gonna say it's not a valid save file. You feel me? So basically, when you purchase, it's not a valid save file. When you purchase these repro copies or these fakes or these dupes or these counterfeits, it's not getting picked up by PKSM. It's not getting picked up. So it's like the little modifications that you could do and all that stuff, you're cooked. You're baked chicken. It's over with. The fun is done. Like, for me, I gotta be able to do that because I'm not going, even though I got 2 3DSs here, I'm not going to sit here and trade back and forth with myself, bro. If I want an Alakazam, I'm going to just go into the PKSM and edit me Alakazam, bro. I'm not going through all that. But here we have my lovely, beautiful, loyal Nintendo DS original, the OG. There's nothing against my new 3DS XL. It's not her fault. It's not her fault at all, right? But let's just load up the backup of Heartgold. We're just gonna load up the backup, right? That's the backup right there, right? I bet. We're gonna go to PKSM. So pretty much, I'm happy I only spent $30 on each one of these, but you spend that money, you're not even going to be able to do your PKSM thing. I can hit Y. I can go to Heartgold, load up my save. Boom, I'm right there in my save. You feel me? I named myself Cuban in this game, like the necklace. So, boom, I can go to my editor. These are my Pokemon, Chikorita, Totodile, and Cyndaquil. Go right here, edit me one. Let me just get me a little Bulbasaur, you feel me? Pull the stylus out, because I'm a style on them. I just want to get me a little Bulbasaur. Nothing too crazy, you know what I'm saying? Change the stats. Max out the stats, 31 in every category, you know what I'm saying? We do everything big. The effort values, I'm going to leave him alone. He can gain that over time. Moves. He just really need to learn Razor Leaf for real. You know what I'm saying? Razor Leaf. Where Razor Leaf at? Boom. Another move, he need to learn Solar Beam. Solar Beam. Where's Solar Beam at? I gotta make sure you guys can see what I'm doing, right? It's here somewhere, I just can't see it. Elemental P. L, oh, there you go, Solar Beam. One more, Petal something. You know, the Petal Leaf. We can do Leaf Storm. I know Leaf Blade is a move like Chikorita learns, but I could teach it Leaf Blade. You can really teach a Pokemon any move with the PKSM. So you see how I'm able to have fun with this? Let's just say I wanted to teach my Bulbasaur Toxic. Let's get Toxic in here. I know I'm getting hot. There you go. I just seen it. Boom. So now my Bulbasaur knows 4 moves, right? I'm going to just change the OT right quick to my name. It's like if you're using the fake copy or if you're using the repro, quote unquote, the repro, you can't even really go in here and PK hex your game. I can make him shiny, add the Poke Rust. So you kind of got to use the ROM. You kind of got to use the ROM, you guys, because unless you're willing to, first of all, the people that actually have the authentic copy of Heartgold and Soulsilver, they're not responding because they probably deal with so many lowball offers and they probably don't think that they could actually get the game off for $200 or $300, that when you hit them with your $100 offer or your $120, they not even responding. They all acting Hollywood. They going Hollywood, you feel me? And that's the first thing. They're not responding to you. Second of all, they want an arm and a leg for the game. Third of all, they probably stay an hour away because there's not too many legitimate copies of the game in your area. So boom, you see my Bulbasaur's in there, right? Let me just go to my bag and I just want to give myself some medicine. I got the rare candies in there. So boom, let's just hit that save button. Boom, save. All right, let me just go back home. I'm showing you something. And then peep this. Remember the aspect ratio on my new 3DS XL? I did the modification, the videos on YouTube for the widescreen. And now your Nintendo DS games, they run in widescreen. So it's better. It's better. It still does the widescreen, but it doesn't bother me because I know that I'm able to PKSM. As long as I can PKSM, I don't have a problem. You know what I'm saying? But you mean to tell me I paid money for something and I can't even PKSM or PK hex? That's BS to me. See how it's widescreen? That has nothing to do with the repro carts. It's the modification that I did. You feel me? But look at my team. And the Bulbasaur I just made with the Poke Rust and the moves that I just gave him. You know, Razor Leaf, Solar Beam, Leaf Storm, and Toxic. Let's move him. And he following me in real life. So you could literally have more fun with the ROM than the repro. The ROM is better than the repro, and you're gonna have to pay money for the repro. So in a sense, I kind of lost $60, but for the sake of science, it's okay. It's okay. The games, they do work. That was overkill. The games, they do work, but if you're into like PKSM and whatnot, and like, you know, just editing your Pokemon and all that stuff, you're kind of limited with the repro. And PKSM is kind of necessary because they shut down the online service. So you can't really trade with people like that anymore. You can't really trade online or use the GTS or do any of that stuff anymore. Yeah, my battery just died on me. But yeah, so with the repros, the games, they work, but since you can't really trade with people like that anymore, unless you know another person with the game, and I'm kind of the only person locally tinkering with a 3DS, you kind of need the PKSM so that you could edit Pokemon, or maybe just transfer your Pokemon to another game. So let's say you have, a few badges under Repro, you've made a lot of progress, and you just want to take those Pokemon, and maybe you want to move the Pokemon from Heartgold or Soulsilver. Let's just say you want to bring them over to Ultra Moon. Let's just say you want to bring them over to Ultra Moon or Pokemon X or Y or Scarlet and Violet. You're not going to be able to move those Pokemon onto the storage in PKSM in order to move those Pokemon onto Scarlet and Violet. And it also leads me to thinking, can those games be picked up by Pokemon Bank? So what I'm going to do now, where's the cartridge? Is it in here? Let's just see if it'll get picked up by Pokemon Bank, at least, because I have Pokemon Bank on here. I don't know if Pokemon Bank will work with Heartgold and Soulsilver. I know it works with all the 3DS family of games, but is it supposed to work with Heartgold? Or I don't have access to Pokemon Transporter. So it's like anything I accomplish in these cards, anything I accomplish in Soulsilver, Heartgold, the replica copy is like, it's for nothing. Unless Pokemon Bank can pick it up. But PKSM is not identifying it or picking up the game save. It's not picking it up at all, you guys. It's not picking it up. So, yes, the games, they look good. Hold on, let me see. See, I only got these 2 games on here. Omega Ruby and Pokemon X. And when I try to download Pokemon Transporter, it says no bueno. It say no bueno. Maybe it is working. Software currently unavailable. So there you have it. I can't do Poke Transport. I can't do PKSM. I can't do Pokemon Bank. I paid $30 for each one of these. There's some people that sell them for $40 or $50, but regardless, you can't do anything with whatever progress you make in the game. You're kind of locked onto this. And you can't edit Pokemon onto the game, and you can't edit the Pokemon off of the game. If you have PKSM, you could extract the Pokemon from your save file and transport them to another save file and inject those Pokemon into another save file on any of the other games. And it's pretty much even more smooth to use the ROM than to use the repro. And if you want a legitimate copy of these games, it's gonna cost you at least $150, $180 to get a legitimate copy. That's without the box, that's without the manual, that's without the box, that's without the manual. Just to get the cartridge legitimate, it's $180. So we're kind of stuck with this right here, and we're stuck at the moment just using the ROMs. So again, you open this, drop this in here. I mean, it works how it should. This ain't as glossy as I would like it to be, but it's a nice, beautiful manual. This is really just art. It's just for art, and it's just for show. It's just for show. You know, you guys? It's just for show. It's just, just to have it, just to be like, yeah, I got it, I got that Pokemon Heartgold, but I got that Pokemon Heartgold. I got that Soulsilver. But you see that Pokewalker? It'll never work. It'll never work, y'all. So keep that in mind. I tried my hardest to get me a legitimate copy. I talked to these people. I hit them up. It's one guy with Soulsilver. If I can get a hold of him, maybe tomorrow I'll try to go pick up that one. But it's pretty much grits at this point, because the ROM is killing it. The ROM is killing it. I could do PKSM. I can't do the Pokewalker, but I don't have a Pokewalker. But with the ROM, I could do my PKSM. I could take the Pokemon that I train up in that game and move them to any one of the games that you see here. So, you know, you win some, you lose some. You can't have it all. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, as far as Soulsilver and Heartgold, $30 copies, don't do it. Just download the, you know what I'm saying? Just download the backup until you can get you a legitimate copy. But, like, don't do these because, and I don't want to slow down business for the people that sell these. If you want to experience the game, yeah, go ahead, do it. But it's like, you're not going to be able to extract your Pokemon. So it's pointless. That's all I wanted to say to you guys. Slimmer6, like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.